Quickly put paid to touch by God, and right away goes the favourite, and Santissima comfortably from Touch by God, and third going to Aim for Gold. Then Deputy to Here Looking Salute didn't make a race of it today, and Soak Up the Sun was last. Got the run between horses at the top of the straight, and then drove through along the 18 pence, and Santissima was too good. Numbers 1, 3, 2, they will read. Santissima by Quest for Fame from Sept. And bred, of course, by the Woodland Stud. Sept, a Sir Tristram mare, Darren Beedman aboard. Second going to number 3, Touch by God, filly by Sunday Silence. Trained by Gay Waterhouse, winner trained, of course, by John Hawkes. Glenn Beasley rode the runner-up. And number 2, Aim for Gold, is by N Sweep. She might be looking for a bit longer. She got home reasonably. She's trained by Clary Connors, Zach Purton aboard, and number 6 ran fourth, and that was Deputy to Here Salute. Under the whip as they straighten up, didn't do much today. Winning margin was 1 1/4 lengths, with 2 between second and the third. 1:24.29. Race record 1:22.46. Sectionally, they went the last 600 in 34.68. Santissima, the solid favourite, paid in New South Wales 240 and 150. The runner-up, number 3, Touch by God, 230. And there was no third for number 2, the Quinella, $5, Exacta 10.20, Trifecta 39.90. First 4 paid 254.70, and the odds numbers for the spinner $1.20. So there's not much more we could add there. Santissima, following her win at Rose Hill, beating Flying Formality, up in the weights against her own sex this afternoon. The 3 runs back from a spell, and she's really going well. Nice solid filly, and won't she have some value about her?
Sure will. That was a nice performance, and she's got it all ahead of her. And that's a little entree for Darren Beedman, who, of course, is his main ride comes up in the George Main this afternoon when he partners Lonhro. Next at Randwick is the Stan Fox Stakes, over 1,400 metres for the 3-year-olds. We get to see the star filly of the moment once again, and I refer to Hasna. She looked good last time out, and she's going to be hard to beat again in the Stan Fox. That's next at Randwick. Correct weight at Mornington. Kempinski was the winner from Noble Red, Annie Levy, 6, 9 and 1. Correct weight. Victoria Park.
Thanks, Matt. I've put number 1, Common Mate, on top here. Look, he may have looked a little bit ordinary last start, but the horse looks very, very well in the mounting enclosure, and he is a winner on this track and, more importantly, over this distance included. Beauty James does offer something of a couple of dollars as well. 1 ahead of 4, 2 and 7, Matt.
All right, Alf. 5 minutes away. They're at the gates at Mornington Stakes. So be aware that New Zealand will be running hot on the heels of the Mornington race. New Zealand Distinctly Secret is the favourite over there at 360 ahead of Hale. Then El Duce, St Reems, Miss Potential and Tit for Tat, $9 chances, but Distinctly Secret is the favourite. And repeating that Penny Gems a late scratching. And then pretty much straight after that, we're getting ready to go to Randwick. Hasna, Classy Dane, Ambulance and Dan Bird, 7812 for the Stan Fox Stakes. Here's the market. Ambulance and Hasna are the top 2 in commission. Hasna's into the red, and Classy Dane, number 8 at 740. Just 8 runners, but plenty of class here in the Stan Fox. Let's have a look at them.
Tight favouritism with the toppy, but on track, Eddie and the Postman just has it. Ahead of Come On Mate, who's coming in for late support. In fact, he's trimmed again. Equal favourites now, 1 and 4, and the good support is for Come On Mate, who's had 1 run here for a victory. Third favouritism out to 2 Elwood and Easer, but trimming late, so it's been a good betting race. Shakota a drifter, No Money Beauty James, who's been easy as well. First leg of the quaddie coming up, just the last 2 or 3 to move in. Bastille Rule away from the stalls with Cut Through and Beauty James. Just needs maybe even a firmer track than he's got here today, Beauty James, but he's not without a chance. Rain has largely held off after overnight and early morning rain. Track is still rated as dead. Previous to Kempinski led all the way. Rory's Jane won the second, coming from last. The first to Catboy, who sat second. Another rally of support from the betting ring for Come On Mate, and he's now into favourite. Outright favourite is the toppy, Come On Mate. Bastille Rule looks like being the last to join them in the stalls here. Races over the 2,400 Class 6 All in now. Nasra Willer on. Come on, mate. White and blue colours. Drawn in the middle of the line. They're set. Ready, race 4. Off they go. Come on, mate. Jumping well with Sopratudo from the middle of the line. And in the early stages, going forward is Cut Through on the inside with Bastille Rule. Devil's Choice not far off the pace as they settle into stride. Up to the turn the first time they come, Cut Through is leading narrowly with Bastille racing wide around it and actually taking up the running now. And Come On Mate is a handy third, being trailed by Devil's Choice from the nose roll on the outside. And Masquerader's tucked in behind the leader on the fence, and they're trailed by Elwood, who's running about sixth on the inside of Cyclonic Bay. Nearly a length Shakota, followed on the outside of those by Miss Master Key, temporarily caught 3 wide. 1 to Beauty James and 2 lengths Sopratudo Farmer News. Eddie and the Postman is second last, and Vazoom is last of all. Out to the 1600 metres they go, and Devil's Choice is the leader. Devil's Choice by 2 lengths to Cut Through. On the inside in third is Masked Raider and Bastille Rule, getting a beautiful trail in fourth. 1 out, 1 back. 2 lengths Come On Mate with a nice trail also on the outside of Elwood, and then 2 lengths Shakota on the inside of Cyclonic Bay. About 3 lengths to Beauty James, who's over on the inside rail. He's being followed, another one on his outside, just absolutely obscured. It's Miss Master Key now, I can see, and then 2 lengths further back is Sopratudo Farmer News, and another 2 lengths away, Eddie and the Postman and Vazoom on his outside. Devil's Choice, the leader, along the back of the course now. They're heading to the 1100. He's out in front narrowly from Cyclonic Bay, and 2 lengths Masked Raider. Cut Through is fourth on the outside. 2 to Elwood. Bastille Rule about 2 lengths further back. Come On Mate being followed by Shakota midfield the rail, and then came Miss Master Key, Beauty James, Sopratudo, Vazoom. 2 lengths away in the field is Eddie and the Postman, who spots him a long start, and Farmer News last. Round the turn at the 600 they come for home now, and Devil's Choice from Cyclonic Bay. Masked Raider Cut Through fourth on the outside. Come On Mate easing wide. Vazoom coming deeper, and then Bastille Rule, who's had an easy run through the race. Elwood getting a run away from the rails now, and then came Shakota and Miss Master Key and Beauty James to the turn, and here Devil's Choice grabbed by Cut Through on the outside. Come On Mate running on. Cyclonic Bay is still there as they cornered, and then Elwood near the inside into the straight. Cut Through from Cyclonic Bay. Come On Mate on the outside. Elwood getting a run through, and Shakota's finishing hard now. 150 to go. Cut Through Cyclonic Bay. Elwood and Shakota and Beauty James storming through from nowhere. Shakota grabs the lead near the line though, and it's Shakota. A neck to Beauty James. Cut Through close up third. Then Elwood, Cyclonic Bay, Eddie and the Postman made ground, and back behind them then Come On Mate, who just couldn't quite finish it off with his...
After the start here was Carpion and Raspberry Ripple. Tit for Tat and Miss Potential both came away quickly. St. Reems from the outside is whipping straight up onto the speed, and Hales just behind these runners, and then Irish Rover sent home tracks forward. Hello Dolly the next to length. Ben Sparta as they come down to us a circuit to make. The next Distinctly Secret on the inside of El Duce. A little deeper to Ernest William, then Carpion, Tuscany Warrior, and Raspberry Ripple is last over on the inside. Miss Potential in front here as she runs to the 1500 now. St. Reems goes forward over on the outside, and Tit for Tat, he won't settle down third over on the inside. He's got the run of the race though, sent home well spotted fourth, and Irish Rover travels fifth on the inside. The next Hello Dolly to Ernest William working a bit wider out. Hales back over on the inside of Ben Sparta. 1200 metres to go in the Celt, and then Distinctly Secret. They haven't gone that hard here. The next is El Duce. Raspberry Ripple on the inside of Carpion, and 2 lengths to Tuscany Warrior is last of all at the 1000 metres. Miss Potential on the inside, and St. Reems over on the outside, and Ernest William has moved to third. Sent home fourth the centre, and Tit for Tat couldn't wish for a better trip. 800 metres to go. Irish Rover follows him, and then Ben Sparta 1.5. Hello Dolly. Hale over on the inside midfield. Distinctly Secrets looking to go forward now, and then El Duce. 600 metres to go in the Celt. Carpion, Raspberry Ripple, and 3 lengths to Tuscany Warrior as they come to the home corner, and St. Reems in the centre has got to the lead now from Miss Potential. Ernest William on the outside is out and after these, and then Ben Sparta. St. Reems to Miss Potential. Ernest Williams coming out and after these. Here's Distinctly Secret. He's really starting to sprint, and Hale is trying to follow him through. Distinctly Secret race to the lead in the Celt. He's 2 lengths clear. Hale runs on. Ben Sparta the inside, and Irish Rover the last little bit, but Distinctly Secret second last year. Brilliant in 2000. Grade 3, way too good. Hale second, third Irish Rover, and then behind these when they've hit the line, Ben Sparta, Hello Dolly, Raspberry, Ripples and Reams, Carpion, Ernest William, Tit for Tat, LD Chase, Senheim, Tuscany Warrior. Oh, and Miss Potential, she's last. Hope she's okay.
First three across the line are all very good horses. Don't be surprised to see them in Australia during the spring. Distinctly Secret, ridden by Opie Bosson, Hale, the Sandown Classic winner from last season, and Irish Rover, who's won 12 from 22, 4, 7, 8. It was all class there in the Celt Capital Stakes, but Opie Bosson has got the talented Distinctly Secret Homer winner. Mornington Race 4, Shakota, Beauty James and Cut Through. 3, 8, 9 and 2 was 4th Elwood. The New South Wales first 4 was $5,440.90, and the Doomben first 4 on race 3, 5176, $1,207.90. Back to Randwick, here's Wayne with the late mail.
Good race here. I've marked them 7, 1, 8 and 3. Hard to go past Hasner, I think.
And all the rages, number 7 Hasner, not a lot of variation between the tote and on track. On track second pick is number 8 Classy Dane, and Ambulance third pick. And on track the rest are at double figures. Previous race of the day, and victory went to Santissima, number 1, beat Touched by God Aim for Gold, and Deputy De Here, 1, 3, 2, 6. 1 El Jamil won the second, 8 Tycoon won the first. Now Skittles is the horse moving up into the gates, and here's Hasner coming in now. Yes, Hasner walking forward now. It has been a race for good horses. Rare Inside won it last year. Lonhro, when it was held at Warwick Farm, won it in 2001. Just having a look through other winners of the Stand Fox, General Nadeem was a good horse, and the Great Octagonal won it in 1995. Anyway, we'll have a look over here at the start. And they're just about ready, and in fact they're racing, and immediately Ambulance drops out the back, and over on the inside Danbird, one of the early leaders, quite a few keen to lead. Olympus is another, and going up very, very swiftly is Skittles, followed by Hasner, Flying for Melody, Classy Dane, and the stablemates of the last pair, Bushland, on the outside of Ambulance. They work their way onto the course proper, and Olympus scoots along in front now. It opens up 2 lengths on Danbird. Skittles is running the third, Flying for Melody fourth, a length and a half then to Hasner, who's on the outside, about 3 wide maybe at this stage, and then comes Ambulance and Bushland, and 2 lengths to Classy Dane, working their way past the 700, and Olympus steadied in the lead, a length and a half clear. Skittles running second, Danbird third, Hasner a handy fourth, although she's 3 deep at this stage, and then Flying for Melody, Bushland, Ambulance, and Classy Dane another length away. In the Stand Fox, they're galloping to the corner, and Olympus quickening up, leads about 3/4 of a length on Skittles. Hasner's been wide from the word go. She's joining in, followed by Bushland. Classy Dane is coming down the outside, but Hasner, little Lenny Beasley goes for home on Hasner. She's a half Skittles, a length Classy Dane, and Ambulance is warming to the task, and here is Ambulance motoring down the outside. He grabbed Classy Dane, put paid to Hasner, and Ambulance, oh, isn't he something special? Ambulance raced away to win the Stand Fox from Classy Dane. Hasner was third, fourth in Skittles, then Flying for Melody, Bushland, Olympus, and Absolute Danbird. Number 1, Too Good. I think he might well be something really, really special in a race like the Stand Fox, where they didn't go hard. Well, for a couple of hundred, there's a bit of a keen duel for the lead, and then the pace steadied, quickened up about the 600, and to think he was good enough to mow them down like he did. Ooh, he might well be something right out of the ordinary. By Grand Lodge from Emergency, another well-named Woodlands horse, trained by John Hawkes, of course, and ridden by Rodney Quinn. And isn't it nice to see Rodney again associated with a top-notcher from the Crown Lodge establishment? We all know, it's been well documented, that Rod was the guy that did all the early work in races on Lonhro. Anyway, that's past history now, isn't it, that Darren got the ride? And anyway, it's nice to see Rodney linking up here with Ambulance. Here are the numbers: 1874. Number 1, Ambulance first. Number 8 is second, and that is Classy Dane by Danewin, trained by Peter Domkins at Newcastle, written by Glenn Boss. Third goes to number 7, and that's Hasner. She was wide all the way, but she didn't fight on as well as the back as that took the shorts would have hoped by snippets. Gay Waterhouse, Len Beasley. The pick for number 4, Skittles. A long neck, 3/4, 122.88. Record is 121.90. The last 634.75, and the totes read this way. Number 1, 440. And
all right, Ian, 1874, the first 4, $229.10. The spinner, $1.60. And Lonhro might have a travelling companion when he heads down to Melbourne with ambulance. Top performance. Rod Quinn's main concern was that there was no pace in the race, but hasn't been a concern in the finish. The horse's class has overcome those problems and got him home to win. Has really turned sour.
You didn't have to tell me, Matt. Absolutely shocking. It's hailing down here. I am just under cover. I hope the roof stays on though. Actually, I hope you can hear me because it's pretty loud. Nevertheless, look, I put number 3, Bun Reba, on top. The wetter it gets, the better off it suits. I thought
2 to go up. Repeating that, the favourite easy. Just about all of the favourites are here. Dandy Kid from Bun Reba and Ghost Party are the top 3 in the market. A little move for Shaloga. A little move at odds for Kelshiki as well. Light's been turned on. Very heavy shower of rain passed through as they were going to the stalls, and it hailed for a few moments. Just clearing a bit now. My Fraulein goes into the gates. Good field for the open sprint. Ready now. 1200. Set. All clear comes through. They're off and racing, and Abyssinian and Kelshiki away fast towards the inside in company with Ghost Party Datari. Dandy Kid is going forward on the outside as they settle into stride now, and Bellis and Merlin's Law get back, but Abyssinian held the lead as they settle into stride. Abyssinian now with Dandy Kid going up. Ghost Party is a length away third, and 2 lengths Datari back in fourth, and they're followed then by Kelshiki Diff. Bun Reba on the outside travelling 3 wide, 2 to Small Spoils Bellis, and then My Fraulein. A length and a half further back in the field. Shaloga outside, Artistic Gem, and Merlin's Law is last. Dandy Kid moved up on the outside and took a half-length lead over Abyssinian. 2.5 to Ghost Party with the perfect trail. He's being pushed along though, and then a length and a half further back to Tari, Bun Reba, Kelshiki, and they've got away to Diff, Bellis, and the rest are headed by Artistic Gem with Shaloga held up, and third last as they cornered. Dandy Kid from Abyssinian. Ghost Party is running on the outside, and then Datari and Bun Reba. They corner Abyssinian with a kick, again takes the lead from Dandy Kid, and they're 2 or 3 lengths in front now from Kelshiki and Ghost Party. Abyssinian the leader. Ghost Party, Artistic Gem, Dandy Kid battling along. Abyssinian falling in a hole. Artistic Gem flies through, gets there. Artistic Gem has swamped them to get up and win from either Ghost Party or Abyssinian, who absolutely walked in the last 25 metres. Just behind them, My Fraulein, Dandy Kid, Shaloga, Small Spoils, Diff, Datari, Merlin's Law, Bellis and Bun Reba. An extraordinary finish to the race. The race just changed complexion completely in the last few metres of the race. Abyssinian looked home when it shot clear and beat off its challengers around the home turn, but no sooner had that happened than it just fell in a heap, and Artistic Gem has come from a long way back, and I think it might get the photo finish. Stand by for numbers. It's a photo all round at this point. Photo all round, and here we go. Yes, 6, Artistic Gem will get it. Ghost Party will get the second, and third goes to Kelshiki, number 12. It's 6, 5 and 12. 6, 5 and 12. Artistic Gem coming from a hopeless place to win. Second, Ghost Party, who never looked like getting there, but just kept on grinding, and the others came back to him a bit. But Artistic Gem just finishing it a bit better. First start since July, where she'd wintered up in Queensland, winning a couple of races on the back of victories down here, particularly at Sale before going north. So she's really strung her form together brilliantly. Artistic Gem first, Ghost Party second, and Kelshiki in third place in a race where everything changed late in the piece. Fourth over the line was Abyssinian, who was sure to win 100 metres from home, but just fell in a heap. And fifth in was Dandy Kid, who'd pressed for the lead with Abyssinian. and they both just couldn't sustain the pace. Bun Reba got well back and never really came into the race this afternoon. Honours going with the winner, Artistic Gem and Stephen Baster. So it's a winning double for Stevie, scored on Kim Pinsky in the third. 6:5:12 the time. There is 112.81.
And Bedouin. Wayne